How Sammy Met Andee, Verse 1, Part 5. Samael hopped down from the cot, only to wheeze in pain and drop to one knee. It brought him down to Andee's eye level, and he glanced up to see the bat fixing him with an exasperated expression. "If Nelson's gonna keep fucking me over like this, I'm gonna quit making business deals with you honkle chumps," Andee complained, even as his sharp yellow eyes darted across Samael's body. "Ugh, time to find you a shirt. I see enough of that shit with that big dumb bastard York." "Holy shit, you really do know everyone," Samael laughed, even while wincing at the soreness. He patted at his bandaged wound, then paused before holding up his tattooed wrist with another cheery smile. "Aw, check it out. I got the same one." Andee rolled his eyes and then turned around with an idle wave of one wing. "Yeah, that's the only reason Lutane didn't shank you outside. Might still let him, though. You keep your broken ass in line, got it?" "Oh, yeah, for sure," Samael rambled as he pushed himself back to his paws and moved to follow Andee, only to pause awkwardly when the guard moved the pike to cover the cell entrance. "Hey, it's cool. We're all friends now, yeah?" "Lutane nudkot kebden nechechoi chohu." Kot lutane kertzen aiku chaihui. Awek shiket yevkai hikifat fifi. "Hey, short bus, you wouldn't mind wearing a collar, right? Gotta keep you on a leash to make everyone happy." The guard sighed and looked annoyed, but eventually shifted to one side and allowed Samael to pass. The chupa beamed down at him and tapped a fist lightly against his chest in thanks, before jogging after Andee. "If that's an invitation, by the way, I'm game," Samael teased. "Wouldn't be the weirdest shit I've put on." "Yeah, I'm sure your cousin loved putting you in the gimp suit every night back home," Andee deadpanned. Samael chuckled easily as they left the small corridor of cells and entered a narrow hallway. "You know, my tribe lived in a big old cave too. Ain't all that different from what y'all got here. How do I know y'all ain't the cousin humping ones?" "'Cause we ain't stupid enough to live out in the middle of the snowpocalypse," Andee retorted. The chupa snickered before blinking and then snapping his fingers. "Oh shit, Nelson. Fuck. Serious question. You know where they took my jacket? Oh, she's gonna kill me if I don't bring that radio back." Andee turned around with a smile. "Shit, why didn't you say so?" He reached into his half poncho and dug around for a moment. "You just in luck, you midget." Samael perked up even as he rolled his eyes. "Oh, don't you find it just a little bit silly calling me short?" "It's all relative, just like every one of your girlfriends," Andee explained, while muttering and peering under the cloth. Where the hell did I swear, I gotta hear these jokes every time I meet someone new. This just gonna be my whole life at this point? Fucking probably. That's what you get for being a redneck." As Samael huffed, the bat's eyes lit up, and he at last produced the radio. "Ha! Now you owe me 2 favors, Beefcake." Samael's eyes widened excitedly as Andee tossed him the radio. He caught it with a whoop, practically dancing from paw to paw as the bat regarded him with an amused grin. "Oh, you don't know how much of my ass this is going to save, Andee. I owe you dinner." "If it's all the same to you, I'll just take the cash now," the bat replied wryly. Samael snickered and waved a hand dismissively. "Too late. I'm taking you to..." His voice trailed off as he stared down at the radio, his features slowly paling under his gray fur. Andee offered a sugary grin. "What's wrong? All you gotta do is bring it back, right?" There's a goddamn bullet in it!" Samael squawked in a strangled voice as he shoved the radio back in Andee's face. "Why didn't you lead with that? Maybe tell me the damn thing's busted as fuck before I get my ass all excited." Andee shrugged easily and continued his toothy grin. "My bad. Guess you should have been more specific. Now come on, jackass, let's get you covered up." He gestured to the miserable chupa. "But I'm not even a bat. Who's gonna have shirts for someone like me?" Samael mumbled as he stared down at the radio while imagining Nelson's voice screeching out of it. "Don't worry about it. I know a guy." Wow.